Hello, my name is Kayla Snook. I interviewed the Nelson Monick song. A few days ago, I did the first half of the sheet of suggested questions that pertain mostly to education within a coffee shop setting. It was more casual. And then the ones that went into race culture and identity, we did in a FaceTime session yesterday. Before interviewing, I did a little research on Haitian culture, that is the group and affiliation that Phil Nelson ethnically identifies with. And I found out some interesting things about the intersection in Haitian culture between European culture and African. There's a lot of influence from European and African. There's European connection through the linguistics, Creole to French, because France colonized an area of Haiti called Saint Domingo. I wanted to approach the interview with an open mind and just want to be kind of a listener. While I got a lot from the experience, I learned a lot about a friend that I didn't really know so much about his home life and educational experiences. We both go to the same college, but going as a Haitian male or a white female is a very different experience. And hearing about the microaggressions from his teachers really disheartened me, because there are certain teachers without their support, I don't know if I would have had the academic resource to get where I am today. And just fortunate that he didn't have those resources that I was probably allocated because of my white privilege. And a lot of the discussions we had about the importance of representation in faculty validated to me how important having resources and staff members that look like you and understand your experience is to students, children of immigrants or immigrants themselves that might feel isolated through language barriers or cultural differences. And Nelson definitely went through that experience. And hearing it in depth was very included for you the dialogue of the second half of the interview when Nelson and I FaceTimed. I just, with his permission, recorded us because it captured a lot of the back and forth, and the dialogue is so important to me because the conversation is where the learning and the understanding happens.
So yeah, I feel like it's a mixture of like my mom teaching me stuff and like me teaching. Well, my mom having expectations and then me meeting them and teaching myself stuff.
Okay. So. I definitely identify with that. And how's it different? Okay. What holidays do you celebrate with your family? How?
I don't like celebrating holidays personally. Like my mom gets mad because I don't get her Mother's Day gifts. But I used to. I mean, because I don't like the idea of many holidays.
Yeah, because it's all the Hallmark card and whatever.
Conspicuous consumption. Like if I don't get you a diamond earring, I'm a trash can. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But when I was a kid, I remember there was only one time we ever had a Christmas tree. And I remember that like vividly. That was for Christmas, obviously.
Because you said you grew up with God in your family. Were you guys Christian?
Yeah.
With any like other specific brands or just?
I would say like Protestant. Maybe you could say like Protestant.
Okay. Were you baptized? Did you have first communion and stuff, or none of that?
I think that's a Catholic thing.
Oh, really? I have no idea. I was baptized because we were supposed to or whatever, but my mom was like a very loose Christian, and she said she was Protestant.
When you're a baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I know a lot of people my age getting baptized now, or, like, in their teens, or, like, their late teens, or, like, their early 20s, but, like, the whole baby thing, I don't think that's not a thing in my church.
Okay.
But, yeah. Thanksgiving, I usually went to, like, my aunt's house.
So, like, your family would get together for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I have like, big-ass extended family, and a big-ass family in general.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of my life, I went to my mom's side for Thanksgiving, but recently I've been going to, like, my cousin on my dad's side for Thanksgiving.
Do you guys all go together?
My brothers?
Yeah, and, like, your mom?
Yeah, and Zach does. Well, my mom usually works on Thanksgiving, so she doesn't usually, like... But a long time ago, she used to not work on Thanksgiving. But she usually does work. Because I think she gets, like, double pay or double pay and a half or something. So she works on Thanksgiving. And
you said you remember one Christmas where you had a Christmas tree?
It was fire. We always celebrate.
Did you guys ever do the presents?
Yeah, we always did presents, but never a Christmas tree.
Okay.
There was one time.
When did you stop believing in Santa? Or did you ever?
I feel like I never believed in Santa.
Okay, that's...
Like, I don't...
Your mom didn't, like, make that a thing?
Yeah, because in Haitian households, like, if it's not God and it's a mythical creature, it's kind of a demon.
Yeah. That's... Alright.
Yeah, so... But I feel like my brother, like,
That's how I feel about the tooth fairy and stuff. That's a little sketchy. The whole... Exchange for teeth.
Yeah, gross. Like, I didn't have a chimney, so I was like, how the fuck is Santa gonna get into my house? And then one of my teachers told me, oh, here's this dust. Like, he just gave me, like, what's that thing? Glitter. Like, gold glitter. It was like, sprinkle this on your front lawn, and Santa will, like, get into your house somehow.
The reindeer food or whatever.
I don't fucking know.
It's dumb.
Like
it's
my
all
older
dumb.
brother was just like, yeah, Santa's not real. And, because I always, this was, like, in second grade, so I feel like I always knew that Santa wasn't real. I was probably, like, 7, and I was like, yeah, this is bullshit. But, yeah, I never really believed, or the tooth fairy, like,
yeah, that's a little odd. Alright, I asked you this, but, do you go to church, temple, mosque, or other religious services? Is it important to you whether you do or not? You said you used to.
Like, yes and no, because I feel like my faith isn't measured by how much I go to church.
But you grew up in that, but it's transitioned since, right? Am I wrong?
I would say yes, but I still do go to church sometimes.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's not as much.
Mm-hmm. But now it's more of a solitary thing.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, I was, like, forced to go to church. Like, I didn't have a fucking choice.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like, if I go to church, like, it's because I want to go. Which is, like, not a lot. Because, like, I feel like some of the people in my church are, like, in the 1st century. So, yeah.
Okay.
But I would still say, like, I'm still religious. But I just don't go to church as much.
You described yourself when I asked ethnic cultural group, and so you can answer this with either one you want. Tell me what it's like being Black/Haitian, and how would you describe it? I know those are totally different questions, but, like, it's asking about how you defined yourself.
Define how it is?
It says, tell me what it's like being. How would you describe it? The experience.
I feel like that's a very...
I agree. If you want to. I said in the beginning, because these are all example questions, I said I'm going to omit anything that we didn't like the wording of, or didn't... Like...
I could write an entire dissertation on what it's like to be Black. I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a very vague question.
Because everyone has a different experience, too.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't...
So we're gonna say no to this one. I'm gonna say what you said.
I feel like
that question's too big.
Yeah, like a really big question. Like, what if I asked the professor, like, oh, how does it feel to, like, what's it like being?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then he'd be like, well...
As if it's one thing.
very long pause.
How is it different from being a young person who's not? Okay, this is a counter question, so should we skip this one too? All these questions are a little whack. How is being... Okay, maybe we should just narrow it.
What do you mean?
Make it Haitian specifically, because you said there's certain, like, cultural things that you can, like, identify with, like when you're talking about Steph, about, like, oh, Haitian parents, you know what I mean? Just what makes their experience stereotypically, or how you know it to be different from someone who did not grow up in a Haitian household.
I feel like Haitians are very traditional, but it's like a different kind of traditional. I can't explain it. Like, I feel like the three big things is like church, school.
Yeah, that was the next question. How can you tell if someone is Haitian? Like, you specifically, when you're trying to...
Well, I can't always tell when someone's Haitian because I feel like all Haitians are different. But
because, like, everyone, yeah.
When someone's like, I don't know, it's just like a radar. Like, I can just look at someone. A lot of the times, not all the time, because like obviously there are people that have gone over under the radar. But like.
But what were you gonna say? You were like religion.
Yeah, Haitians are very usually that I know grew up in church.
And like Christian church.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I'm starting to meet more Catholic Haitians, which is more common like on the island, but I don't see them like out here too much. Usually, like if I hear someone's name, I can tell they're Haitian. Like just how some people act. Like there are some phrases in English that people use that I can tell they're Haitian.
Give me some.
I can't think of any off the top.
Okay.
Or like some mannerisms. Like some people like suck their teeth a lot. I feel like
okay, you do that.
In a Haitian household, it's rude to do that. So usually, like when someone does it in a certain way, I can tell that they're Haitian. Or if someone
that's funny because then it doesn't translate socially if they're doing it around
other people.
Which is why you do that. Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, like it's weird, but like when someone says "oh" in a certain way, I can just tell they're Haitian.
Okay. That'll do. That's more than that's sufficient. This is a weird question as well, but I guess just it's trying to relate. It's intersecting the two things we've been talking about, like identity and educational experience, and like what it means to grow up in a Haitian household and then just in the public school you did. So the question is, let's say a new Haitian student came to your school, what advice would you give him or her about being a successful student at your school?
In high school?
Or I guess it doesn't really matter. We had been talking about your high school experience.
If they don't speak the language, I would recommend them, because I feel like a lot of kids fail. Not just Haitian kids, but I'm talking about Haitian kids here, because there's a language barrier. Like, they're not dumb. There's just a language barrier. So it's
Are a lot of the people you grew up with immigrants, or just grew up in a household where they're mostly speaking Creole?
I wouldn't say like